Please take some time to honestly ask yourself this question. If competitive mode disappeared from your favorite game tomorrow, would you still play it? And I'm not talking about casually with some friends once in a while. Would you still study the game? Would you still grind mechanics? Would you still watch guides? Because if the answer is no, there is an uncomfortable truth. You were never in love with the game. You were in love with the status the game gave you. My name is Luke Kelly. I'm a former Overwatch coach, and when writing my book on how to climb rank in video games, I realized something. For many, competitive gaming has become a substitute for pursuing the goals that actually move your life forward. I've had the opportunity to work with players from Silver to Grandmaster, and the higher I climbed into competitive culture, the more I saw the same pattern repeating itself. People say they love the game, but a lot of them just love what the game gives them. Progress, status, identity, and the feeling that they are becoming somebody. To be clear, I'm not saying competitive games are evil. I think rank systems teach a variety of helpful skills. I'm saying competitive gaming has created something completely new. To channel ambition, you no longer need to seek adventure, you no longer need to build something, and you no longer need to risk public shame or failure. Now you can pursue greatness from the safety of your bedroom, or at least the feeling of greatness. One of the first questions I used to ask during coaching sessions was, why do you want this rank? Many people have never asked themselves that question before. I ask it because I want to know if ranked disappeared tomorrow, would they still be playing the game? Nothing about the actual game changed. The characters are still there, the maps are still there, the mechanics are still there. The only thing that was removed is the social measurement of skill. And that matters to a lot of people for a lot of reasons. So here's the real question. Do you actually love the game? Or do you just love having a ladder to climb? Because those two things are not the same thing. One of the clearest examples of this is what I call meta bondage. And if you've played competitive games for long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you have probably done it. People will play characters they hate, copy builds they don't understand, and use weapons they find boring, all for a competitive advantage. I have watched people become miserable chasing relevance, and I have seen patch notes destroy people's entire personality. Not because their characters became unplayable, but because they believed their characters became unplayable. Maybe the strangest part about all of this is how normal it has become. Okay, I want you guys to understand this. People sacrifice personal enjoyment for the sake of rank all the time, because rank becomes status and status becomes self-worth. There was a time in my own life where I could not simply say, yeah, I play Overwatch. I needed to follow it up with my rank because I needed people to know I was somebody in that world. Competitive games give people a socially recognizable hierarchy. Bronze, silver, diamond, grandmaster, peasant, lower class, middle class, upper class. After enough time, people stop saying, yeah, I play Overwatch. They say, I'm a diamond Genji. I'm a master's tank. I'm top 500. Rank stops becoming something you achieved and it starts becoming who you are. So here's the question that I think matters most, and I'm going to slightly modify it. If ranked disappeared tomorrow, how much time would you put into improving? Not playing, improving. Would you still study maps, watch VODs, practice mechanics, review mistakes, grind aim trainers, or would most of that motivation disappear with the status symbol attached to it? Because I think many people confuse natural human competitive drive with the love of the game itself. This is where all competitive players eventually reach a fork in the road. For some people, competitive gaming is genuinely where they want to channel their ambition, and honestly, that's completely fine. But if you're going to do it, please do it intentionally. The players I watched improve the fastest all shared two characteristics: intentionality and perseverance. They consistently practiced with structure, they consistently reviewed mistakes honestly, and they just kept showing up, especially when it became inconvenient. But there is another group of people. This is the group I want to talk to. This is the group I made this video for. To the person who realizes they don't care about the game as much as they thought they did, and they just love growth, competition, mastery, and status? Why are you here? I'm going to let you guys in on a secret about competitive games. The traits required to become exceptional at competitive gaming are not unique to gaming. Discipline is transferable. Intentionality is transferable. Perseverance is transferable. The journey to Grandmaster proves something most people miss. You already have the capacity to be great. The question is it going to be on a rank or on yourself? You didn't lack ambition. You spent years proving that. You just rented your ambition to competitive gaming. The scariest aspect of becoming Grandmaster by far is not the time commitment. It is coming to terms with the fact of what you could have been if you invested that commitment into another area of your life. A ranked ladder is a mountain someone else built. Real life asks you to build the same mountain first. Competitive gaming provides challenge, status, achievement, identity, and a ready-made purpose handed to you by a developer that says, go become great. But great at what? You can spend a chunk of your life becoming extraordinary at something you never even really cared that much about. Competitive gaming becomes borrowed purpose, a substitute for a much more meaningful pursuit. This is like the core of the entire video. I say this not just as a coach, but another person. Mastery is beautiful, but where you choose to pursue it matters a ton. So if you truly love the game, climb, compete, improve, push yourself. But if deep down, you know you are only truly half committed to this pursuit, do not let competitive gaming rob you of the person you could have become. Competitive gaming will always be there. Your time will not.